Melody and I love free and affordable RV camping. In this video, we take you to some of the best RV and tent camping we've found in South Carolina. Let's get to it. We share the best camping locations in the USA.
Hi guys, we hope you enjoy the video.
Check out our RV and camping related gear at our Amazon storefront. Link in video description. For this portion of the video, I'll be using Google Maps. What you see in the center of your screen is Buck Hall Recreation Area. Melody and I were just blown away by Buck Hall Recreation Area. You're looking at the campground right here. But what I want to start with, I'm going to blow this out a little bit for you. This is US Highway 17 running north to south in South Carolina. And let me go a little bit further out. Okay, so here's Buck Hall Landing. To the south, you have Charleston, South Carolina. Lots to see and do in Charleston, South Carolina. That's to the south. To the north, you have Georgetown, which is a cute town that has a river running through it that leads out to the ocean. And then just beyond Georgetown, you have Pawleys Island and Huntington Beach State Park. All these areas, both to the north and the south that I just talked about, are within an easy drive of Buck Hall Recreation Area. Buck Hall Recreation Area is situated in the Francis Marion National Forest in South Carolina. And there's a lot to do just in the forest. There's a lot to do just at Buck Hall Recreation Area. One other thing before I zoom in on Buck Hall Recreation Area I want to show you is there is this Seawee Visitor Center. It's a national wildlife refuge. Very nice visitor center. It's worth checking out. And they have I believe it's a ferry that will take you out to the outer portions of the National Wildlife Refuge. But at any rate, even if you don't take a boat or ferry out to check out the outer portions of the National Wildlife Refuge, it is worth going in and checking out that visitor center. So here's the visitor center, and then just up the road you find Buck Hall Landing. This is the Intercoastal Waterway, and you can see you have a boat captured in the Google satellite image. And I show you some boats going up and down this canal. It is a pretty canal, lots of wildlife. Melody and I show you some of that wildlife in this video. But I'll start the video out down here at the beginning of at the entranceway to Buck Hall Recreation Area. And I take you out here on they have a boat ramp and a fishing pier. I give you an orientation to the day use area, and then I spent a good amount of time showing you the campground. And I probably tell you this several times in the video. If I knew there was this much to do in and around Buck Hall Recreation Area, we would have stayed the full 2-week limit at this National Forest campground. It's affordable. They have 50 amp electric hookups as well as water and a dump station. It is a beautiful campground. And like I said, with all the things that there are to do both north and south of the campground, it is a wonderful, it's one of the best RV and tent camping destinations that we've been to in South Carolina. So with that, let's cut to the video. US Highway 17 is back in that direction, folks, right behind me. And I am standing right at the day use area. There's a couple different sections of the day use area. Sometimes There'll be a lot of traffic in here. It's a popular place for people to boat and to hike. And right behind me here is an extra parking area. I'm going to take you back there and show you that. I'm going to show you the hiking trail that bisects this recreation area. And then I'm going to take you down this road, which will take you to the RV campground, boat ramp, and additional day use area that is right on the Intercoastal Waterway. So US Highway 17 is in that direction. This road is big rig friendly. You'll have about, I'd say it's about a 3/4 mile drive to get down to where I'm standing now. And you'll see this day use area. It's like an overflow parking area. I'm gonna walk you back here, show you that. And they have a nice walking trail that bisects this recreation area. We'll take a look at that. It's a very large recreation area. Look at all, that's all additional parking. I took you onto my laptop and I have probably given you an overview already of why this recreation area is in such a great location. But let's see here. Okay, day use visitor station, that's where we're at now. This is that large parking area I told you about. Then you come down and you'll find the host site. It's clearly marked as you pull into the campground. It is a wonderful campground, folks. It has a dump station. The sites are 30-50 amp electric service. You have water at the site. You have garbage receptacles. If I knew the campground was this nice, I would have stayed 2 weeks. Melody and I spent a full week. If I knew it was this nice, we would have booked 2 full weeks here at Buck Hall Campground. This is the large parking area. And right now I'm going to walk you down toward the campground, and we are going to I'll show you that trail, that walking trail that bisects the recreation area. I believe it's called the Palmetto Trail. And in fact, they had a whole group of maintenance folks that were tent camping here, young folks that were doing maintenance on the trail during our visit. Not sure exactly how long this trail is, but it must be pretty long because they had like over a dozen people in here doing maintenance on the trail. Palmetto Trail. So the entrance to the campground and the day use area, the primary day use area, is down there. And this is the trail. I've taken Milo on this trail. It is a very pretty, relaxing trail. You go through some forest. There's some pines sprinkled in here. But it's a nice, relaxing walk if you decide to take this Palmetto Trail. And like I said, it bisects the entire Buck Hall recreation area here in the Francis Marion National Forest. So when you hit this this intersection right here, if you keep right, that will take you down into the campground. And we'll be going down in there in a few minutes. But right now, I'm going to walk you down. I'm going to show you the boat ramp. They have a nice fishing pier out here. And it is a really nice piece of real estate, folks. You have these large trees to give you shade. There's all kinds of wildlife. Several of the campers have told us they've seen dolphins out here in the Intercoastal. We haven't seen them yet. We have another day or so during our visit, and so I'm hoping to get some dolphins on camera for you. So people do come down here, and it's a very nice boat ramp. And they drop their boats and park their boat trailers and whatnot. They have a pretty nice setup here for the boaters. And they have a restroom facility right there for the day use area. Live oak trees and tons of squirrels, folks. There's a couple. There's a picnic pavilion here and multiple different picnic tables. There goes a boat pulling out right now. Lots to see and do in this area, folks. Just within the Francis Marion National Forest. But like I probably told you in the overview at the beginning of this interview, there are just loads of things to do both south and north of this location. There goes. These folks had put their boat in when I first came out here this morning. There they go. And judging from those fishing poles, they're probably going to go fishing. I'll take you out on the fishing pier here in a minute. Just a wee bit overcast today. I think it's partly cloudy today. But this really looks cool with a deep blue sky behind it. I'll sprinkle in some clips and photos for you in this video. It's a beautiful morning this morning here at Buck Hall Recreation Area. For my morning walk, I thought I'd come out to the end of the pier here at the boat ramp. This is a pretty darn nice facility. And Melody, of course, Melody makes friends wherever we go. And she's been told that there's dolphins in here. This is the Intercoastal Waterway. Campground's over in here. This is the boat ramp. Very nice boat ramp. Got a dock on both sides. They have a fishing pier right there. But yeah, this is pretty nice. We're here for a week. Can't wait to explore the area. This is the Intercoastal Waterway, and you'll see a lot of boat traffic on this canal. Melody and I have been here a week, and there's quite a bit of fishing going on this fishing pier. Some people were pulling in some pretty big fish yesterday. But let me show you around Buck Hall Recreation Area. Of course, Milo is enchanted with all the squirrels. I do keep him on a leash, but he will try to charge those squirrels and get a blast out of that. Very nice facilities. You never know what to expect when you go to a new campground. It's one of the reasons why Melody and I do these videos. And I've told you before, if I knew just how nice it was at Buck Hall Campground, And within this recreation area, we would have stayed the maximum 2-week stay. Even with 2 weeks, I doubt if you would have time to explore all the things there are to explore, both north and south of this location. The recreation area ends there, and that's private housing. Some pretty nice houses with their own boat docks right on the Intercoastal. And this is kind of surprising. There's nobody out here right now fishing. Every day there have been people out here fishing, and they bring in the fish, folks. There's another boat coming down the Intercoastal, or up the Intercoastal. You can see it down there. Maybe I'll get lucky and see one of those dolphins. If I do, I'll try to get it on camera for you. Well, I'm out for my morning walk this morning, and what do I see when I'm walking out on the fishing pier here at Buck Hall Landing? Look at this, folks. Oh, I think Mr. Alligator has seen me. Oh my goodness. He was sitting there still for quite a while, but he sure knows I'm here now. Goodness. I hear something splashing right behind me. But this guy, usually alligators, you know, pretty much ignore you. This guy's like very interested in what I'm doing here. Isn't that pretty darn cool? In South Carolina, no less. Okay, well, it was a real treat. Sure saw a lot of alligators in Florida, but I was kind of surprised to see this alligator here in South Carolina. There's that boat that we had saw earlier. It was way down the Intercoastal. And so it's quite entertaining just to pull your chair up, and some campers do. They'll pull their chair up right up to the, they have seats along here as well. They'll pull their chair up right along here and watch the boats go by up and down the Intercoastal Waterway. So the water level, the tide changes dramatically. Right now the tide must be up because this seagrass is covered. But during low tide, this is all dry along here. And I do have some photos of that. I'll put up probably at the end of the video. You can see what it looks like at low tide. And like I said, they have these benches all along here. But campground host is right over this way, so a proper introduction to the Buckhall Campground would probably start at the beginning of the campground. So let's walk over there and then I'll take you down through here. So this is a popular camping location, so if you want to camp here, I'd be sure to go online at the maximum booking window. I believe it's 6 months to make your reservation. They have an information board here. Campground host is there. The place is well maintained. They take good care of the place. You could see they do have some first come first served tent sites, I hear. So they have a very extensive day use area that stretches off to the left there along the Intercoastal. It still goes down past the campground and it'll lead into the tent camping area, and I'll show you that toward the end of the video. But this is a one-way loop, and Melody and I are right down here. In fact, Melody and Milo are sitting out, and Milo is looking at his daddy. Yes, he is. What a wonderful campsite. Like I said, we will have been here 7 nights. That's what I booked the reservation for. If I knew it was this nice, we would have definitely been here 2 weeks. There's my little buddy. This is campsite 2. People just pulled out this morning. Looks like they left some stuff behind there. But yeah, water and electric. And I believe all these sites are going to be 30-50 amp electric service. I'll show you this one. You can get any size rig in here. Yeah, 30-50 amp electric service. And you know, another reason I do these videos, you know, I had no idea. I was just happy to get a site. But there were plenty of sites available at the time I booked this at the maximum booking window. And you see that site right over there? In the site next to it, your seating area is going to be facing the Intercoastal, and I didn't know that. I hadn't figured that out. You really can't tell from the photographs they give you on recreation.gov. But in this video, I'm going to show you those sweet campsites. So, you know, if you're on there making a reservation, I'm going to point out the campsites where you're going to have a direct line of view of the Intercoastal from your seating area, from your campsite. We're still happy with our campsite. We got a lot of privacy. We're facing the woods back here. This is campsite 3. They had some kind of issue with the water and they roped it off after the last guy left, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. There's my little buddy. So let me walk you this way. You can see the front of the campsite. The campground host goes around, they maintain these signs. They'll put who's coming in. Excuse me. And she goes around and updates things every day. And there's my little buddy. Nice campsite, folks. We're in campsite 4. Let me take you for a walk back here. Okay, hon.
My little daddy.
You like the campsite, hon?
I love the campsite, and Milo gives it 4 paws up.
4 paws up.
4 paws up from Milo.
But there are better campsites here.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah,
I mean, we can still see the water. But next time, we're going to be in site 11, 12, or 13.
Oh, you gave me, see? I haven't been there yet. But, yeah, Milo's having a good time here. And lots to do in the area. That's what I was telling them.
It is. It's really, really, really nice here. Even if you don't go anywhere, it's just so peaceful to walk around, go. They have benches over there by the water. I was told there's dolphins in there, but I haven't seen them yet, so we'll see.
Okay, so let me show you the seating area, and then I'm going to continue the walking tour of the campground. We have a picnic table, a lamp post, a couple of lamp posts, fire ring, plenty of space back here. And you couldn't tell from the satellite, even from the satellite view, I couldn't tell whether there was a water hookup at the side or not. And there are, you see a little gray thing. If you look closely on a satellite view of this campground, you can kind of see a gray thing. You can't see that post, but those gray little splotches behind the campsites, yeah, that's the water spigot. And then you have your hookups right here. There is no sewer. They have a dump station. I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. So right now, I'm gonna walk you down here. Looks like they're cleaning the restrooms now. There are hot showers and flush toilets at this campground. So given that fact, we could make it 2 weeks without dumping. Food for thought, folks. Here's campsite number 5. I'm not going to walk you back and show you the hookups and all that, because they're all just about the same. But very nice campsites, folks. People that just pulled out in that camper that I showed you out there dumping their garbage, they were in campsite 6. It's a little bit shorter site, but I believe they'll have the dimensions of the sites on the recreation.gov. They're cleaning the restroom, so I'm not going to take you in there right now. They do have a pet area. Sometimes Milo will go over here, but usually he just goes near our camper, and I walk his thing over to the doggy refuse container there, which is not far. My camper's right there. This R pod has been here for a while. So I'm recording this video in April of 2023. It is a Friday, mid-morning, so people are pulled out. This is, I believe, Easter weekend. So I don't know where all the dynamics are in play, but there's an awful lot of vacant sites, which has not been the case during the first part of our visit. They're long sites. Look at that. That's campsite 8. Most, not all, but most of these sites are big rig friendly in terms of height clearance. Here's the dump station. But before I walk you down in and show you the dump station, let me give you a little view of campsite number 9. And even that one is going to be big rig friendly. I mean, you know, you won't have height clearance issue. That pine tree is, I'd say, at least 14 feet off the ground. Here's the dump station. Now, did I tell you what site that was? That's campsite number 9. Here's the dump station back in here. You can dump your tanks when you're ready to leave. And you do have a freshwater fill here as well. Don't know if you can see it with the sun, so I'll come in close. It is freshwater. One of the things I really enjoy about National Forest campgrounds is you have a place to put your trash. You do have some basic amenities. Here, of course, you have electric. But this is the one trash dumpster that's inside of the campground. And they have it situated so you can just dump, or you can dump your tanks and then dump your trash all in one shot. And then there is another dumpster outside of the campground. So if you're like leaving the campground in the morning, like that truck camper was, you can just dump your trash on your way out. You don't have to come clear back and make the loop back into the dump station. And in the morning there may be people parked in the dump station, so then you would have to walk your trash back if you wanted to take your trash back here. This is some parking they have off to the right here, both before you get to that tree on the right and after, for the tent camping. And this is where that group was camped that was maintaining the trail. But these are some of the tent campsites, so let me walk you back in here and show you some of these campsites. So hey folks, I do have tent campers that watch our YouTube channel. I do, I really do. And these are open campsites. They're first come first serve. You can see here T4 is an open campsite. It's marked open. So if you're a tent camper, you can come in here without a reservation. If the site's open, you can pay up front, talk to the campground host, and there's the Intercoastal right there. So how sweet is that? These are walk-in tent camping. You park out there and bring your tent back in here. Here's campsite 5. Again, this one is also open on a Friday morning in April. Nice campsite, a little flat place here for you to pitch your tent. And let me walk you out here to the Intercoastal. There's a look back at campsite 4. And there are some other campsites that I understand you can make reservations for and go ahead and book online. But yeah, these tent campers will bring their chairs out, sit them right here on the Intercoastal Waterway, and just take in the view. It is pretty. So I'm going to walk you over here to where the reservable, I believe they're reservable, the tent campsites. We'll take a look at the signage. There are some that are occupied, and I'm not going to take you in there, but I think this one right over here may be reservable. Yeah, I have not shown you this one that's vacant. Right in the center of your screen there. Let's see what site number this is. Okay, yeah, you can reserve this one. It says it's reserved. Site number 3. And there's the site. And I assume these other ones are reservable. Site number 2. You know, all kinds of different campers out there for all kinds of different reasons. You know, Melody and I are in a certain stage in our life where we travel the country in our 5th wheel. We still have a sticks and bricks home back in West Virginia. But yeah, occasionally I will go out and tent camp. It's got to be a sweet spot if I'm going to tent camp there. And I'll do some of that back in my home state of West Virginia with my son, my youngest son. And I don't think you've ever seen me out with my oldest son, and that's because my oldest son is a civil engineer. He owns his own business back in our home state, in our hometown, no less, in West Virginia. It's a very large business. And he has a partner, and he stays very busy. Trust me, if I could get him to come out and camp with us, I would, but he is just extremely busy, and that's why you don't see me out here tent camping, even back in our home state with my oldest son. But my youngest son is a registered nurse, and he will get some time off and go camping with me, and I absolutely love that. That's site number 12. And from site number 12, the big walk back in here. Site number 12, I think Melody mentioned this to you. Your seating area is going to be like right back in here, right? Like right in here somewhere. And so this is your view from the seating area. Site number 12. So I haven't been, telling you which sites were primo sites, but that is one there. Site number 12, and for my own purposes as well as for my viewers, site number 12 going down the book, folks, for Buck Hall Campground in the Francis Marion National Forest in South Carolina. And the very next campsite up, site number 13, it is occupied. But that site also going down the book, folks, that is a primo campsite, and you're going to have that water view. That is campsite 13. And that is the Intercoastal Waterway. And continuing to make our way around the campground. This is all day use area off to the right. Mostly campers have been going over there, taking their chairs, maybe in the latter part of the afternoon. There's a nice breeze blowing there. This is campsite 14, and you have a little dip right here. So but this is an alternate, folks, because the view is worth dealing with that little dip there that's off to the left. But campsite 14 will be an alternate for you. The sweet sites are those last two that I just showed you. And now we're back to the beginning of the campground. As you can see, your seating area is going to be facing away from the Intercoastal Waterway. Both in that very first campsite, campsite 1. Is that campsite 1? What is this? Yeah, I guess that's campsite 1. Your seating area is going to be facing away from the Intercoastal. Yeah, 3, and then I believe I'm in campsite 4. So I thought I'd walk out here to the Intercoastal Waterway, folks, and close the video out here. I'm going to walk up here. There's a seat right in front of me. Yeah, I wish I would have known that Buck Hall Campground in the Francis Marion National Forest was this nice, with so many things to do. And there is the tree cover won't let you see it. There's a cell tower just up the road. So I've been able to upload videos while I've been here. We have all 3 carriers. So, yeah, I found that seat. I took my time on this video for you folks because we did watch some videos on YouTube and they really didn't do it justice. Otherwise I would have booked a full 2 weeks. And I spend the time on these videos and show you the things I show you because we're passionate about free and affordable RV camping. If you follow our YouTube channel, you know that. Not everyone will like the videos I produce, but I do try to make the videos useful. You know, for the 5 years prior to retirement, Melody and I watched YouTube videos. We knew RV camping was going to be our singular passion. RV travel and RV camping, where it's going to be our singular passion in retirement. And so we studied up for a long time to decide where we wanted to RV and what kind of RV we wanted. That truly is like your single most important decision if you're going to get out here and RV for any length of time. Melody and I are not full-time. We have a home residence in West Virginia. And but we watched videos for a long time, and I tell you what, it really frustrated me, the number of people that make YouTube videos and there's very little useful information in them. Not everyone, but we went through a lot of content sifting out just crap content that was useless. May have been important to those folks that made the video, but it sure wasn't doing me any good. So that's why I show you what I show you and tell you what I tell you in our videos. So if you like these videos, folks, oh, well, there's one more thing. I did take the cellular service readings for the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. You'll find those on our Facebook page, so go there, Living Our Dream Now on Facebook. Same day I put this video up on YouTube, I'll do a post. And you'll have additional information, photographs, and whatnot on Buck Hall Recreation Area. So if you like these videos, folks, like and subscribe. And I hope to see you down the road.